Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. In the pre-market this morning, things have been fairly quiet. Stock index futures are slightly below fair value, while commodities are trading higher on Tuesday morning. We do have some housing numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning, but otherwise today is the first day of the two-day Fed meeting. And of course, all eyes will be on the Fed. And of course, we expect volatility to start to expand after 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. Now, Monday was a positive day for the market, but we really didn't gain any ground. Whether you're looking at the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, or the Russell 2000, they all traded up to our next price target and stopped. The iShares for the TSX 60 didn't make it all the way up to that price target yesterday. So, yes, it was a positive day, but nothing new was really started based on Monday's trading action. Looking at the world of commodities, we had crude oil pulling back yesterday. It is up in the pre-market. Similar situation for gasoline. Gold was down yesterday. It's up in the pre-market. Silver was up yesterday and it is up in the pre-market. Not expecting a change in trend on Tuesday. Looking at the VIX pulled back yesterday. For the VIX for the S&P, we're looking for a close below 2261 on Tuesday. For the Nasdaq, we're looking for a close below 2598, and for the Russell 2000, we're looking for a close below 2852. Now, if we were able to generate sell signals in any of the VIX indexes on Tuesday, I wouldn't expect the market to get overly excited right away. I would expect the market to want to see a lot more downward movement in the VIX, probably breaking down below the 200-day moving average before investors are going to get overly bullish once again. Now, we've been keeping track of what's going on in the financial sector, and we did see some upward movement in the financial sector on the TSX. We saw bank stocks close slightly higher. The National Bank of Canada is still treading water up here, trying to hold the 181.25 level. Looking at U.S. financials, they were up yesterday, hitting the lower channel line. Banks also traded up to the lower channel line. The Bank of America had an inside day yesterday. Looks like there's some interest in Citigroup at the moment, so a close above $109.79 on Tuesday would give us a new buy signal for Citigroup. Now, I continue to watch the airline stocks for fun at this point. Everything in the transportation sector, of course, is affected by rising oil prices, and there's the transportation ETF moving up a little over 1% on Monday. Airline stocks were up over 2% on Monday. Certainly no change in trend for either of those ETFs coming into Tuesday. Now, the biggest holding in the JETS ETF is actually Southwest, and Southwest, while it's broken our flypaper channel, is still trying to hold support at the 200-day moving average. That's unusual for an airline stock because American Airlines, Air Canada broke through their 200-day moving averages over a week ago, and so they're not looking for any potential areas of support from the moving averages at this time. Now, we touched on the Magnificent 10 stocks yesterday, and what I said was you might want to wait for the next close below the lower channel line to confirm a sell signal. Yesterday, the market moved up. The Magnificent 7 ETF was up a little over 1.5%. So, certainly no change in trend. We were talking about Meta in the pre market yesterday. It was up on news and it ended the day closing at the previous day's high. Didn't fill the open gap just yet. So, not enough strength to fill the gap. Then looking at Microsoft was one of the stocks that generated a sell signal on Friday. We talked about holding off on Monday, waiting to see if we get another close below the lower channel line. We certainly traded below the lower channel line yesterday, but we actually closed above it. So we're still waiting for another close below the lower channel line to give up on Microsoft and some of the other stocks in the Magnificent 10. Now, what worked yesterday? Well, on the TSX 60, it was Fairfax is back on a buy signal as of Monday's close. And then Bank of Montreal moved up yesterday, not enough to generate a buy signal. Then looking at the TSX Composite, it was Atlas. had a big pop yesterday. It is back on a buy signal as of Monday's close. Lundin, no joy there. Traded up to the lower channel line, so no change in trend. Looking at the Dow, it was Salesforce was the big winner, but you'd hardly notice that, wouldn't you? Inside day on Monday for Salesforce, and then Amazon, another one of the Magnificent Seven stocks that generated a sell signal on Friday, traded back up into the channel on Monday. So we don't have a confirmation of a sell signal just yet. MicroStrategy was up on the NASDAQ 100. It was up 5.62% on the day. You hardly notice it on the chart. MicroStrategy is a very volatile stock. The average true range is over 6%. And, if you use the stock market as a baseline, it's usually trading around 1% per day. And then here we have MicroStrategy. It averages out to have over 6% price volatility per day. So being up yesterday, you hardly notice it on the chart. You can see the flypaper channel there could potentially act as resistance. But last time we started to move up, it didn't last very long and didn't get anywhere near the flypaper channel. Then ARM Holdings traded up yesterday to the upper channel line. So a close above $122.59 would give us a new buy signal on Tuesday. Looking at the S&P 500, Sena was the big winner yesterday. It's heading towards 375. If it can take that out, then 406.25 is our next target. And then Dollar Tree traded up into the channel yesterday. A close above $119.26 would give us a buy signal on Tuesday. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Just looking over my shoulder, I see stock index futures have now turned positive, and so it does look like we may see a little buying at the open on Tuesday morning. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.